part of the business.
You know, it's been a couple years since we used this stuff. I hope it still works.
It should. Power cells have a half-life of 5,000 years.
There's no time for a bench test. Heat them up.
Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today we're going to be revisiting the Tesla Trooper build, and that's because the latest warbond, Force of Law, has given us a lot of weapons that perfectly fit this build. But before we get into the video, a quick word from this video's sponsor. Yeah, we don't have a sponsor. Let's actually just get on with the video. Now, to start off with this build, let's talk about the equipment. And the first piece of equipment that we're going to talk about is the primary weapon. And I think the main primary weapon we can go with here is the Arc 12 Blitzer. Now, quickly going over the Blitzer here, it has good damage at 250, unlimited ammunition, medium pen. This is a great weapon for getting up close and taking out a lot of chaff. The only downside to this weapon is the range, but overall this is a fantastic primary weapon. Now, if you don't like the Arc Blitzer, I think we have two pretty good substitutes in the form of the AR Pacifier and the Pummeler. The Pummeler is going to be nice because it's got light penetration, but if you want more of that medium pen, then I would go with the Pacifier. For the gameplay section and going forward, I will mostly be referring to the Arc Blitzer still as our primary weapon. So next up, when it comes to our secondary, really I feel like we only have two choices, and that is a grenade pistol and the Ultimatum, and that's because they do structure damage, and this is going to be our only way to destroy bug holes and fabricators. So pretty simple there. Let's move to the throwable. Kind of similar to the secondary, I feel like we have two choices here. You can go with the G109 Urchin, or you can go with the stun grenade. Whichever one you choose is kind of up to you. For the gameplay section here, I'm mostly going to be talking about the Urchin because that is the new grenade that we got. Both of these grenades have that stun effect, so I feel like it fits in theme with our Tesla Trooper. And lastly, for our equipment here, let's talk about some armor perks. So I'm going to go with Electrical Conduit, and that's because I'm going to take the de-escalator as a stratagem weapon. But if you're not going to do that, I would pick a survivability option. So something like Medkit that can be good for more stims. You have Democracy Protects, good option there as well. And then the Masters of Ceremony armor, and then the Force of Law. These are also two good armor sets that kind of work towards that survivability as well. So kind of pick what you feel like you need, and let's move on to the stratagems. Now, moving to our stratagems here, I think 3 of the slots are mandatory and they're locked in. And then we'll leave that 4th slot as a flex spot. So our first locked in stratagem here is the Tesla Tower. And this is another reason why I'm taking the Electrical Conduit armor, because this Tesla Tower, if you get near it, it will zap you to death, and that is very unfortunate. This stratagem is great at clearing out chaff, but again, be careful where you place this because it could be a team killer at the same time, and it will lock down an area. Our next locked in stratagem is the Guard Dog K9. This is going to give us an arc thrower in guard dog form. This is going to be a very powerful and handy way of dealing with medium to heavy chaff enemies, and because we're taking something like the Arc Blitzer, the K9's short range activation is not going to be an issue with this. Now, for our third stratagem slot here, we actually have some options. This is where we're going to pick our stratagem weapon. So we can go with the Arc Thrower and kind of double down on that with our Guard Dog K9. Or we can choose to use the new De-Escalator, which fires off arc grenade rounds. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these stratagem weapons, but I am going to be using the De-Escalator because I feel like it deals with massive targets a little bit better than the Arc Thrower. Now, for our last slot here, it's a flexible pick. Obviously, something like the EMS Mortar Sentry going to have that stasis effect, that static effect, and also the Orbital EMS Strike. But both of these are more support utility picks here, and they're not going to be for everybody, and they kind of don't fill a role that I feel like we don't already cover with the rest of our kit, especially because we have stun grenades. Now, for the gameplay section, I am going to take the EMS Strike, but just note, this last slot here is a flex spot. You can take whatever you want. Now, for the gameplay section here, I am going to be contributing to the major order, and we're going to be fighting the bugs. But just know, after the gameplay section, we are going to be talking about how does this build fare against the Illuminate and the Automatons. All right, here in the gameplay section real quick, the team has already dropped. I joined the one that's running a little bit late, but you can see my equipment here. I'm kind of debating whether or not the de-escalator is the way, because 2 arc throwers sounds really fun, but I guess we've already committed, so let's just see how this goes. And yep, they just started. We have 39 minutes left still in this mission, so not too far behind. So we're just gonna stick together, but I've got to keep a little distance from the team because of my K9 here. And it's a pretty good team killer, so we got to be careful about that. Other than that, it's a flag mission, so we're going to be very defensive, which works out because I think the Tesla Tower is pretty excellent at that. Got a bug breach right here. I don't see anything actually coming up though. Oh yeah, here they come, here they come. Let's get a Tesla tower down. Somewhere safe. Gonna be away from our teammates. Might get hit by that sentry right there, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Now, if I wasn't wearing the conduit armor here, I definitely would be using one of the survivability armors that we talked about. And that with the arc thrower, I think would be a nasty combination. But because I have the Tesla tower, because I'm using the de-escalator, I think this conduit armor actually works out pretty well. Because we're going to be able to get up close, because we're already going to be up close because of the arc blitzer here. Little quiet on this front right now. Haven't seen too much from the bugs. I could be shooting off some shots over there, but I really just don't think it's absolutely worth it right now. Get a couple shots. Now, this weapon here, the de-escalator, it is hand-loaded grenades. So you gotta be on top of your reloading. It's not a grenade belt like the other grenade launcher. But that looks like mission complete for this one, and we can keep moving on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Okay. Oh, shit. Fuck. That, see? That wasn't my fault. This damn fucking thing. Alright, let's just get out of there. Let's just, you know, kind of, get into the vanguard of things, because if we stay kind of in the middle there, I feel like we're going to end up killing a lot of our teammates, and they're going to get pissed. Ah, just feels good using the arc blitzer again, man. I haven't popped this thing out since we got weapon customization. I just forgot how good this thing can be. Absolutely zapping the bugs. And it seems like it does a pretty good job at finding the cloaked hunters as well, so thumbs up for that. This is a very safe build too, might I add, because we're using so much arc stuff. Everything's getting kind of stunned in place, giving us plenty of time to reposition if needs be. The predator strain here, forgot, yes, this is a predator mission. Not going to be a big deal. Was our teammate calling in an airstrike? I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not the best map for airstrikes because of all these goddamn trees. That really doesn't matter for us because we are very much, we are the loadout as far as our helldiver here. I love that. I love being able to shoot the de-escalator up close like that, and we're completely fine because of our armor. Get this predator out of the way. Oh! Well, sometimes you just get got like that.
Thanks for the call in, gentlemen. Was my bad.
Another reason why I want to take the de-escalator, especially for bug missions, is Bile Titans. I don't think the arc thrower does a great job at dealing with Bile Titans. It can handle them, don't get me wrong, but I think the de-escalator just does a much better job. And I've heard that there's actually a bug with the de-escalator that in solo play, it doesn't do as much damage as it does in multiplayer, as when you're playing with co-op with other people. So that's an interesting bug that I hope they iron out for those solo divers. Ooh, sample. Candy. Hello, bug. Can't do anything? Ah, dead. Ah. Now, the idea for these gameplay sections as far as these builds are concerned is we want a competitive amount of kills and obviously a low death count. If we can achieve those two things, I think this build gets the stamp of Liberty approved. I am worried about the kill count with this build just because the arc weapons here and the arc blitzer, they're really good at taking out targets, but not taking out a lot of targets like a bug breach in this instance. And we don't have something like a Gatlin Sentry or the Strafen Run or the Gatlin Barrage to kind of rack up a lot of kills. We have to do a lot of the heavy lifting ourselves. So that can be very much dependent on the player, but I'm going to do my best. We are coming up on a nest here. This is why we brought the grenade pistol. Oh God, come on, stupid arc thrower. I'm so sorry, team. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. There's a Bile Titan. Let's just go ahead and just lay right into him, give a little ground. And he's done for. I love the de-escalator against Bile Titans. I think it does a great job. Now, I'm going to have to peel off because did you see how deadly the K9 is to the teammates here? I can't be behind our squad here because the chance of just lightning jolting right through them, it's too high. And they're probably going to get pissed off if I keep hitting them accidentally. Now, I did bring the orbital EMS. I don't really know how much use I'm going to get out of it. That's why I said that slot there is a flex spot because it really depends. It's very much like a niche pick. Not that it's bad, it's just not a lot of people use it because it's just better options like the gas orbital strike instead. That wasn't my fault. Let's get in the mix here. Throw some bug holes. We really can't be overwhelmed. As long as we keep the enemy in front of us, everything we got here is going to handle these fuckers. Now, Impalers here. Ooh, I wish I had the arc thrower for this guy because the arc thrower killing him, using the arc thrower to kill Impalers is a lot of fun. Ow, Tesla Tower, please. Tesla Tower, please. Conduit armor keeps you safe. Teammates, we're kind of exhausting a lot of reinforcements already. Hopefully that doesn't turn into an issue. Shriekers, not a problem with this build. The Arc Blitzer is pretty forgiving as far as locking onto them. The Arc Thrower here, please activate a little bit quicker. I think it's a little slow on its activation. Get a little electricity. Should just call this the Bug Zapper build. Alright, there's our nest there. Fortunately, our only way of dealing with it is our grenade pistol here. Got one down, 3 to go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and call it help. Right in the middle here. You'll love to see it. Should we call down a Tesla Tower too? Boy, this one's taking a while. There we go. Hello. Go ahead and spread some democracy here.
Clear the area, gentlemen.
Come on, guys. I set this hell bomb and you just speared it instead. First off, who uses a spear? Not that I have anything against the spear. It's just, yeah, I don't see a lot of people using it anymore just because the recoilless kind of outclasses it. Oh, you guys trying to sneak up on me? I don't think so. You know what? How about a grenade to the face? This is a pretty good build for dealing with the Predator strain. And just the Terminids in general. Really just keeps them all at bay. Alright, we're at this other Super Earth flag spot. And I gotta say, I'm gonna try to use the EMS a little bit. Try to give it, you know, the benefit of the doubt. But while we wait for our team, I gotta say, guys, the Master of Ceremonies has an S tier emote in this salute walk here. This march right here. Ooh. Yeah, we might as well grab some more candy. Mine. Actually need to do something. Oh yeah, we are burning through our reinforcements. This should be an interesting gameplay section to see if we make it. Although I think the Arc Thrower plus the Arc Thrower K9, the guard dog here, would be a fun combination. I like the de-escalator again because it gives us more range. Because if we were using the Arc Thrower, we'd kind of be in that medium to close range the entire time, and that can get a little dangerous. And damn, that was pretty quick. Still got 22 minutes left, and we're ready for extraction. Nice work, team. Nice work. Another thing to notice about this build is all of the cooldowns, as far as the Tesla Tower and the EMS strike, actually pretty short cooldown, so you can use them a lot. I should be using them actually a lot more. I actually think the conduit armor here would be a lot better if they would add a anti-stasis effect. A teammate killed me with the 500 kg. That one's not really my fault. He nuked the entire team. But as I was saying, I think the conduit armor here would be even better if they gave it an anti-stasis effect, so you could run through those EMS fields without being slowed down. That would be really nice, because at the moment, yeah, just that arc resistance, I don't think it's enough. I think it needs another perk. I think a lot of armor sets kind of need a little reworking still. This is kind of the setup you want here. You got the bug breaches going on, you got your Tesla Tower in front of you, and then you could either use the, again, de-escalator, the arc thrower to hit things from a distance. Very safe. And if things get really hairy, just throw an EMS strike in there, slow down some of the bugs, make it easier to pick off. Yeah. This build, it works out really well. Everybody's just leaving all these samples here. I can't have that. Mine. I wonder if the Helldiver community, just as a whole, collectively, we're just kind of all done with samples. We're all maxed out. I know there will be some people that are like, oh, I still need samples, but man, nobody really collects them anymore. And hell, you know what? While you have the Tesla Tower up and you're running around, you might as well just throw them down, cover your ass, and then it'll probably gain a couple kills from anything that's, you know, chasing after you. Fuck, I gotta get away from my teammate here. My fucking K9 will probably kill him accidentally. We need to kind of be adjacent from our team, not behind them, not stacked up behind them. That's a no-no. That one hit him with the arc grenade. It bounced off, exploded, and then the jolt of lightning hit him. And the entire team just got wiped. We only have 2 revives left. How the fuck did this happen? Great moogly googly, my friends. All right, let's kind of bring this back right now. Actually, I don't really feel that much pressure right now. So that guy just got hit on me, and I only have 1 stim left.
Come on, Nomad, quit being an idiot. You're gonna get yourself killed if you get cocky.
Oh god. All right, it's time to get actually a lot of distance here. Dead again. Jesus. Sweet Christmas. Bunch of rookies out here. I'm not killing them anymore. It's not my fault. Looks like we're going for the side objective over here, so let's just get this one done. We should actually call in a resupply. I'm gonna need some more stims. Oh, that's a good teammate actually healing me. I love it. It's just me and that guy, W2 there, and I'm afraid to stick close to him. I don't want to accidentally kill him. I think he knows it and I know it, so we're gonna be friends from a distance. Distant friends, you could say. You have my grenade pistol here, so I can just absolutely close all these bug holes. And, you know, it's good for a shot at killing some of these bugs. I love it. I love having the escalator out and then switching to the blitzer when it's required. Really nice combination there. I think they complement each other pretty well. I haven't used the grenade pistol in a while, but I gotta tell you, my aim for taking out bug holes, still pretty good. Let's call in our guy again. Nice shot, arc thrower. This should get us a lot of kills. I got the EMS dropping. Stun him. And then I got my Tesla tower there. Should be racking up a lot of kills, but I am not going to stick around to get a good line of sight for it because there are a lot of bugs coming up. Get my grenade launcher out, and then we're gonna get some distance here. Not as many kills as I thought I was gonna rack up there, but I was gonna take out that Bile Titan easy peasy. Alright, I need to get away from my teammates. We do not have enough resources for me to accidentally be killing them. No, God, fuck. You know when you think you can get your sim off in time, right as a hunter's like coming up and then you get the stim, but it takes a little bit of time to activate? Oh, that was a little too close for comfort. Man, we might be cooked here. We actually might have a connection issue here as well. This guy's just running in place. Oh, nope, there he goes. He fixed. Thank God. Never mind. He dropped. And then it was up to Pink Taco. He wasn't our finest Helldiver, but damn it, he's got a chance. I don't think he's gonna make it. I'm gonna be honest. Predator strain. This guy does not look like he's built for distance here, and first time failing a... Well, actually, technically, did not fail the mission. It is the first time I haven't extracted in a gameplay section, so at least you know I'm not bluffing these gameplays. Die well, Helldiver, die well. It was a beautiful try, Helldivers. We did our best. Alright, let's get to the score screen. Let's see how the build did. Oh, man. That's crazy. I honestly didn't think I was going to get that many kills just because of the nature how this kind of like Tesla Trooper works, where it's very slow, it's methodical, you're not running out of ammo, keeping everything away from you, but ooh, not bad at all. Now let's jump to how does this build perform against the Illuminids and then the Automatons, and that'll be a more brief section than the gameplay here. Okay, now really quickly, how does this build perform against the Illuminate? And similar to the Terminids, it performs pretty well. The combination of the Arc Blitzer with the Tesla Tower is going to completely wipe the floor when it comes to chaff. The only thing I think you need to watch out for are harvesters, unless you're bringing the de-escalator. But overall, a very strong build still against the squids. And it's basically the same story when it comes to the automatons. The only thing you really need to look out for or watch out for is the factory strider. Everything else will fall before your Tesla Trooper here. Just remember to keep a safe distance, kind of get into rhythm, and you should run into no issues. But alright, that's the build, that's the video. Sorry this one took a little bit longer to get out. I just had my second child, and so if any of you are gamer dads, you know that you basically get no sleep. But I appreciate you guys if you made it this far in the video, and I will see you next time. Peace, and take care. And don't ever underestimate the sleep that you get. Okay, bye.